So I would just like to thank everybody for coming out tonight on behalf of Giles, STMP, and Lee's PTA to this candidate forum. Tonight for a moderator, we're going to have Mr. Jeffrey Rashi from the Harwood Heights. He's a Harwood Heights Board trustee and a Union Ridge School Board member. Former member, thank you. So he will be moderating for us tonight. Unfortunately, we're only going to have 4 candidates with us tonight. Adam McGreedy had a family emergency, so he's going to be unable to attend tonight. So in the order of the questions, we'll have first going Sebastian. Second, we will have Francine. Third, we will have Tim. And fourth, we'll have Pasquale. So all the candidates have an opportunity for a short 1-minute introduction prior to the question-answer portion. During the question-answer portion, each candidate will have approximately 2 minutes to answer each question posed to him or her by the moderator. Each candidate will also have an impromptu question that we will ask. Once the question-answer portion has concluded, candidates will be afforded the opportunity to give a brief 1-minute closing. Audience participation will take place at the conclusion of our question segment. There is a sign-up sheet in the back for public participation for the questions. Once they're done and they're wrapping up, we'll put the forms out again in case anybody has any questions that they come up with as we're closing up. We understand that everybody is very passionate in this room for our school districts and the children who attend it. We ask for civility during this forum and for all our candidate members and our audience members. Make your ideas and feelings known without disrespecting others. Please be respectful to the audience members, candidates, and moderator. Please keep the questions to the issues at hand, and please no personal attacks will be. So, let you take it over. Okay.
Good evening. It's my pleasure to be here with you this evening to moderate the candidate forum.
We're happy to have you, Jeff.
Thank you. The first not question, but each candidate will now give a 1-minute comments. So we will start with Sebastian. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. First, I'd like to thank the STMP and the PTA for having me here tonight. Thank you all for coming here.
Can I ask you to use a microphone?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. First, I'd like to thank the STMP and the PTA for having me here tonight. Thank you all for coming. My name is Sebastian Kot. I've lived in Norridge pretty much the better half of my life now, a little over 15 years. I graduated from Ridgeville High School in 2005, and then I went on to the University of Illinois Chicago. I graduated with a bachelor's degree in accounting. Currently, I work for JPMorgan Chase, and I'm a senior mortgage underwriter, so I have a educational and professional financial background. I love Norridge. My wife and I both have family here. Both our families live here. We bought a house here. We have an 18-month-old son. Obviously, it's still a little bit early. He has a few more years until he has to go to school. However, I decided to try to get involved with the community and get a head start. Basically, I'm here trying to run for the school board with the hope that if elected, to try to solve some of the problems the school board is facing today and try to improve on the relationships with the community. Thank you.
Yeah. I feel like this is karaoke night. Just holding my phone. All right. Thanks for everyone for coming tonight. My name is Francine D'Amico, and I am running for candidate for Norridge District AD School Board. I have lived in Norridge for 10 years. I'm a mom with 2 young children, my son, who currently attends Giles, and my daughter, who will be attending Lee in the fall with her brother for kindergarten. As a parent, I embrace the responsibility that all parents have to engage in their child's educational development and ensure they are prepared for the future. As a person, I've always been interested in doing better. My parents came to this country from Italy, and I remember them always saying to my sister and me, "Make things better than what you had." We both listened to their advice and were fortunate enough to graduate college and receive our respective degrees and an opportunity that my parents never had. In 2011, I ran for Park District Commissioner because I saw an opportunity to make a place me and my family enjoy spending so much time at better. I didn't win, but that's okay. I learned a lot participating in the process. In 2012, I participated in public meetings with the village mayor and trustees and the Chicago Metropolitan Agency for Planning to develop the plan to support our neighborhood and help it prepare and grow for the 21st century. I was so excited to see the possibility that our town might have bike lanes down Montrose that shortly after I sent the mayor, this is Opa Diziano, a contact to help integrate Safe Routes to Schools program, because I thought that would be really, really cool. When my son in 2013 started kindergarten, I joined the Giles Step Student Teacher and Parent Association. In 2015, I was a member of the committee to integrate world language into District 80's curriculum. I saw this as a tremendous opportunity for our kids in our district to take both a small and giant leap forward in helping our students prepare for the future. And last year, I worked with the superintendent to submit an application to Specialized Bicycles for the Riding for Focus grant program, which is a program designed to help students help them recognize cycling's positive effects on health, well-being, and academic performance. It also has a particular focus on helping students with learning disabilities such as ADHD. In April 2016, I also attended a school board meeting where STR gave their presentations regarding the various renderings of both Lee and Giles, including the versions of the combined schools. It opened my eyes to the possibility, as well as the dire conditions our district was in. Shortly after, I joined a fantastic group of parents who were part of the Citizens for District 80 group. I've been attending the school board meetings since, and the presentations, and the special meetings, and bringing the same enthusiasm and passion and energy that I gave to that endeavor. Thank you.
It's a little better, more used to this, for those that know me. Hi, my name is Tim Ludston, a longtime member of the community. I want to thank especially the STMP and PTA for getting everybody together, but mostly the group of the community that came out. This is what's been missing from the meetings. I'm glad you see that this is important. Take the time out of your evening to come out. My children right now are third generation in Lee School. Started at Giles with my mother, and my last one in second grade. I've had children attending Lee School for the past 13 years. I donate time to the community through DJ efforts. I used to coach in Norridge Park as well. And when it came time to move, no fear Norridge people, I am a couple houses out of Norridge, Harwood Heights, but I am District 80. I could not move far away, I had to stay here. Seeing the changes through the years in the school district, it seemed always a status quo to me, until things didn't seem right. That's when I decided that my involvement had to grow, had to come in. So moving on to the future, my goal is to work with the school board, work with the community, get our schools to the level they once were, even with the grade centers that will be and can be great and even better than we had before. But it's only going to work as we're in a community. So I'm not going into a huge backstory, just plain and simple. The community needs to come together. The communication is broken down. I would like to be your communication. I would like each and every one of you to talk to me. And in the event I make it on the board, I will give my time back to you as well to make sure that the community that grew these schools into the great Giles and Lee do that as well with the grade centers. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank Lee, PTA, and Giles Step for putting together this candidate forum, as well as the Village of Norridge for allowing us to use the Estelle Seep Center for our venue. I also would like to wish somebody in this room a very happy birthday who's here tonight. Renee Hansen, happy birthday. 40, by the way. She looks great. So, I'm an incumbent. I am currently seated as a Norridge School District 80 board member. I was seated back in April of 2013. I ran 4 years ago on a platform that talked about overcrowding in the classroom. My child was in a classroom of 30+ students in a kindergarten class. I thought that was unacceptable with only one teacher and one aide between the classrooms. There were behavioral issues in the classrooms, situations that came up that I felt were not issues that my child was having, but more or less brought on because we were not staffing our schools properly with teachers. So I'm currently seeking re-election in the upcoming April election. I decided that I wanted to serve this community again for a second term. And when I say term, it's 4 years. And my decision was driven, as it was 4 years ago, as it is today. My passion for education and the success of all students. My intent as a District 80 board member is to represent this community and utilize my knowledge and my experience to enhance our students' education. It is important to me to stay connected to our students and our children because that is our future. That is our future community of Norridge. My family and I have lived in Norridge for 18 years. I am married. I have 4 children, 2 of which attend Norridge School District 80. I have a sophomore at RHS High School and a freshman at Concordia University. As a family, we are extremely involved. We participate in all Norridge Park activities. We support our local high school through our Rebels program and many others. We support the Boosters program at Ridgewood High School. So as a family, we are involved. We are a family of servitude. We give back. I've taken my role as a board member very seriously. I've set personal goals to be extremely visible in this community. That has been my goal for 4 years. I have been at pretty much every event, between graduations, kindergarten graduations, open houses, registration. I have given my time. I have a bachelor's in business administration that I received from Dominican University in River Forest. My education and my work experience have helped me prepare for this opportunity. I've worked for 24 years for an awesome company, Ford Motor Company, in marketing and sales and mid-management roles. Thank you.
Okay, our first question to the candidates. As a member of the District 80 School Board, what will you do to bring trust back to the community?
First off, I think the most important thing is I will try to bring any additional transparency to all the decision making that has been done with the school board. Obviously, from sources in the community, I've noticed that a lot of people are saying that there have possibly been things that the board was hiding from them. So I would like to see if we can try to emphasize that every decision that we make will be in the best interest of not only the taxpayers of Norridge, but most importantly, all the students. Second is, I think I would like to improve the communication with the community and try to get any feedback and ideas from you parents to see how we can improve. Obviously, I think that you guys have the best insight into what your kids' needs are, and I think we should try to cater to that as much as possible. Thank you.
Yeah, so this is a tough one, right? Trust. When I saw the question, I immediately thought about the conversations I have with my 8-year-old about trust. And not necessarily when they're broken, but maybe when kind of things start to sidestep. So I take a step back and I talk to him, right? So I think as far as trust, the two groups have to take a step back and hit the reset button, right? The two groups have to agree to start over. That's what I would do with my son, right? I mean, you have to start somewhere. So you agree to start over, and then you establish the parameters in which that trust is defined, so that everybody understands where everybody stands and where everything is, and where this is the boundary, and this is outside of the boundary.